This morning at around 7 a.m., the simultaneous passage of ICRC trucks on the roads of Azerbaijan, Agdam Kankendi, and Lashin Kankendi was ensured, wrote Hikmet Hajiev, assistant to the president of Azerbaijan, on the social media platform X on September 18, 2023, a day before the start of localized counter-terrorism measures aimed at ensuring the provisions of the trilateral statement. Baku TV viewers witnessed the opening of the roads and the movement of humanitarian cargo towards Kankendi live, with our correspondents reporting from the scene. The opening of the roads was welcomed by representatives of various countries and organizations, including Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova and then President of the European Council Charles Michel. Meanwhile, in Baku, an international conference began at 10 a.m. on the topic Increasing National and Global Efforts to Clarify the Fate of Missing Persons. In the address of the head of state to the participants of the event, it was noted that Armenia, grossly violating its obligations under international humanitarian law, does not provide the Azerbaijani side with information about the fate of missing persons and the exact location of mass graves. The reasons for this are clear. Armenia believes that this will reveal its own military crimes and atrocities, the address also stated. Moreover, the president noted that Armenia's pollution of our territories with mines creates serious obstacles to exhumation work. During the conference, representatives from international organizations, including those in the humanitarian sector, international political experts, and representatives from relevant Azerbaijani agencies spoke. The head of the country's state security service, Ali Nagiev, addressing the issue of missing persons, stated that Baku does not want a new war with Armenia and called for Armenians to coexist. Nagiev also added, "Although we hoped Armenia would take a constructive position, our expectations were not met." On the same day, a briefing was held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the accredited diplomatic corps in the country, featuring Assistant to the President Hikmet Hajiev, the representative of the Head of State for Special Assignments Elchin Amirbekov, and Deputy Foreign Minister Fariz Rzaev. Foreign diplomats were informed that Armenia and the notorious regime it established on Azerbaijan's sovereign territories continue to undermine the normalization process and reject all proposals aimed at easing tensions. They reminded about the so-called elections of the separatist leader that took place on September 9th and noted that Armenia continues to lay new mines on Azerbaijani territory. Meanwhile, Armenian provocations persisted. At 5 a.m. on September 18th, the Azerbaijani Ministry of Defense reported that the day before, 40 minutes before midnight, illegal Armenian armed formations attempted to dig new trenches in the territory of Azerbaijan, where the Russian peacekeeping contingent is temporarily stationed in front of the positions of the Azerbaijani army in the Agdam direction. At 9 p.m., the head of the press service of the Azerbaijani Foreign Ministry, Ayhan Hajizadeh, wrote on his social media page that Armenia opposed the inclusion of the Azik and Taglar caves in Azerbaijan in the UNESCO World Heritage List at the latest session. This, according to Hajizadeh, indicates Armenia's ongoing territorial claims against Azerbaijan. In the territory of Azerbaijan, in the area of temporary responsibility of the RMK, radio jamming was once again used against GPS navigation systems of passenger aircraft in the country's airspace. Disruptions occurred in the GPS navigation system of the Azal aircraft traveling from Tbilisi to Baku. 10 minutes before midnight, Armenian forces shelled Azerbaijani army positions near Agdam. At 2:40 a.m. on September 19th, Armenian troops fired at Novoivanovka in the Karabakh region. At 3:45 a.m., a truck from the State Road Agency hit an Armenian mine planted by saboteurs on the Ahmadbayli Fizuli Shusha Road in Kojavend, killing 2 civilians. An hour later, around 4:30 a.m., another mine exploded in a tunnel on the road in Tagaverdi village, killing Ministry of Internal Affairs personnel who were responding to the earlier terrorist attack that killed State Road Agency employees that morning. On September 19, 2023, the Prosecutor General's office reported the opening of a criminal case regarding the terrorist attacks. There were 2 hours left before local anti-terrorist operations began.